Now, I do want to preface one thing before I start actually like getting into the video, right? Um, I I didn't expect to have to make a reaction video on this channel. I'm not a huge fan of reaction. But I don't mind it. However, this video was just unacceptable. I didn't like it. It hurt because it came from a creator that I massively respect. Sorry. As you guys can see, the case for Kobe Bryant as the GOAT of the NBA. He kind of does similar videos to me. So, without further ado, we're going to react to why Kevin McHale and not Magic Johnson was the best player in the league in 1987. Now, I'm going to go into this somewhat blind. I saw the title, and I didn't like it. So, I'm going to react. So, I'm sorry for the long intro, but I felt that it was necessary. So, let's get into this reaction.
You're looking at the stat line for the 1987 finals.
That is correct. We are looking at that.
Dennis Johnson.
Dennis Johnson. We are looking at that.
Dennis Johnson.
I'm pretty sure he's going to make a point that he played against Magic Johnson.
Starting
because
point guard.
Because he did play point guard against Magic Johnson.
Boston Celtics.
Real quick, guys, they do have the same last name, so I do find this quite funny, but we're going to keep on the reaction.
Who was being guarded by one Irvin Magic Johnson.
I knew it.
21 points, 9 assists. And what you don't see there is on almost 50% shooting. 48.
Now that's pretty good, but we also have to take into consideration the fact that he only shot 12.5% from 3. So you can clearly see that Magic was doing his perimeter stuff well, his perimeter defense.
8% shooting, to be exact.
That is correct.
The Lakers, of course, won that series, 4-2.
Yes, they did. So let's keep that in mind, by the way. He did win.
And pretty much the only reason that the series was that close was because Dennis Johnson had a great series. Because
of course you could say that. However, I firmly believe that I firmly believe that Magic Johnson was better than Dennis Johnson. And I wouldn't say that a 4-2 series was that close. So, yeah. Let's keep reacting.
Throughout the season, he only averaged 13 points per game and 7 assists on 44% shooting.
Let's replay that, guys. Let's replay that one more time.
And 7 assists had a great series because throughout the season, he only averaged 13 points per game and 7 assists on 44% shooting.
So obviously you could say that. However, this is a 6-game stretch. This isn't like just because it's the finals doesn't mean or whatever this is. You can't say that is just out of nothing. Because he probably had 6-game stretches similar to this one before.
So when you give a marginal offensive player like Dennis Johnson was at that time, uh, what is it, 8 more points per game. That's a good way. That's a good way to let a team back into a series. Again, guarded by Irvin Magic Johnson.
I want to pause it here because I do think that this is unfair. You know, like, just because a player has a good series against you doesn't mean that that you're bad. You know, it could just be that this is how good Dennis Johnson really is, and he had more usage. Okay? I'm gonna repeat that one more time. It could be that Dennis Johnson was this good this entire time, but he had more usage.
Now, you may have noticed
I do want to apologize, but this is going to be a longer video, guys.
on this platform, or I may have given you the impression that I'm not a big Magic Johnson fan. That would be incorrect.
So I'm also a Magic Johnson fan, but I'm guessing he's not as big of a fan as I am, because I believe that Magic Johnson is the GOAT of the NBA, as the channel name might suggest.
I am a big Magic Johnson fan. I think he was amazing. However, I do not believe that Magic Johnson is one of the 5 best players in NBA history.
This is where we disagree. So I'm curious to see why. I believe that Magic Johnson is the best player in NBA history.
And the reason I don't believe that is because he wasn't great defensively. I get it.
Now, I wanna put one thing here. So I'm gonna go to his channel real fast, and I wanna go to a certain video. This video right here, because in this video I do comment down below on his channel. I respectfully don't understand how someone could say that Kobe Bryant is better than Magic Johnson, and he goes on to say that defense is half of basketball. Now, I'm going to come back to this, because he does also say that he's going to love my next video in the Best Player of the League series. This is it. And he's talking about Magic Johnson. So I'm going to come back to that, but I just want you to know about that history.
He did lead the league in steals a few times, but that's really not what defense is all about. Defense is about being able to keep people in front of you. And Magic just didn't do it well enough.
I think steals are very important to defense.
You know, he just didn't do it. And so there's a very important point that I'm trying to make here. When I keep emphasizing that defense is 50% of basketball, the only reason LeBron James is in the GOAT discussion is because millions of people all over the country believe that you can be the best offensive player on the best team, and that makes you the best player in the league.
I would have to disagree. I would personally say that LeBron James is an exceptional defender. You know, he's got a great chase down block in him. He can definitely keep players ahead of him. He's a great player. Also, I would disagree that defense is half of basketball. I would personally say that defense is 27% of basketball. And that is being a little bit generous. But I'm going to talk about that in another video.
But that is not correct. Defense is half of basketball. So, it is for that reason that Magic Johnson was not the best player in basketball in 1987.
This point is bad in my opinion, guys, because I believe that he was the best player.
Neither was it Michael Jordan. I get it. Michael Jordan had a phenomenal offensive season that year, but he did not make the all-defense team, and importantly, he had not won a chip.
I would not say that matters. Okay? I'm going to repeat that again. I wouldn't say that matters.
See, we cannot call him the best player in basketball in 1987 based on what we know that he would accomplish subsequently. At that point, we don't know that Michael Jordan can get over the hump.
I agree, and that's why I believe that Magic Johnson was the best player in the league in 1987. I sense this video getting a little bit long, so I'm gonna skip. I'm gonna watch a little bit more, and then I'm gonna skip ahead.
We literally don't know. We know that he eventually did. So, based on my criteria that I laid out in earlier videos in this series, the highest scoring member of the all-defense team that has a chip was Kevin McHale.
I think this is unfair, and I'm going to say that not even because Magic Johnson didn't make the all-defensive team, but because points don't tell the whole story. I believe that assists are at least as important, if not more important than points. Because you can't score without getting an assist. Okay? I'm going to skip forward to the 10-minute mark because I sense this video is going to get a little bit long. So I might miss out on some information.
Yeah, in the finals. More importantly than that, you understand that Celtics team is coming off of 3 consecutive finals runs. Okay? Because they won.
All right, I know that. But I don't agree with it.
They won it in 84. They went to the finals and lost in 85, and then they won it in 86. Okay?
Okay.
So,
all right.
It's unlike the Lakers, who did not make the finals in 86. So it's my
I'm going to pause it right here because he did just state one point that I will agree with against Magic Johnson. They did not make the finals that year. So I'll give him that one. That one's true.
They just got tired. You know, they just got tired. It's very, very difficult to win a series after coming off of a 7-game series. And
that is easy for you to say. I'm not trying to attack, right? But it's easy for someone to say who hasn't played in those series. You know, we don't know how difficult it is because we have never played in those series. I'm not saying that I understand either because I have also never played in that series. So for that reason, I'm gonna have to disagree because we don't know. Okay?
you know, I think just the wear and tear of playing almost what is that? It would be like 40, 50 extra games You remember, like, no team had repeated until the Lakers did it in '88. No team had repeated since the '60s. Well, this is why. Because you've got to go deep into the playoffs, and that just takes a toll on a team. Repeats obviously became a lot more frequent in subsequent years, but it's a very, very difficult task. So my answer is that the Boston Celtics, under normal circumstances, would have won that series, even the Lakers being as talented as they were.
I don't think that would have happened.
But
okay, I'm going to repeat that again. I don't believe that would have happened. And the reason for that is that I believe that Magic Johnson had so much firepower in him that year, he wouldn't have accepted the Celtics winning again.
Time just caught up with the Celtics. But in any event, if I'm answering the question objectively and taking defense into account, and by my criteria, Kevin McHale was the greatest singular component to a championship team in the 1987 season.
I don't know about this criteria. Because as I just mentioned, I think that defense is more 27% of basketball. I might create my own criteria for what I believe is the best player in every single season, or like years like he does. But I don't believe in his criteria. I think it's a little bit of nonsense in there. A little bit of unlogical nonsense in there.
And only that season. This was his peak season. But Kevin McHale was a beast. I mean, he had those long 8-foot wingspan. And
I'm gonna give this one to him as well, guys. He is right here. Kevin McHale did have an 8-foot wingspan, so I'll give that one to him. Fair enough, Kevin McHale.
He was a beast down in the post, and he should get his credit. Kevin McHale was the best player in the league in 1987.
Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this reaction. Please hit the like button and subscribe. And have a good day, all of you guys. I hope that you can appreciate my reaction.